Hi, this video is the Social Research Institute's tutorial on how to administer the youth surveys for residential treatment programs. These youth surveys are an invaluable part of our program evaluation and improvement process, since the results of the surveys will demonstrate how the youth change as a result of the treatment they receive while in your program. This presentation is designed to train program staff on how to effectively administer these youth surveys. What you end up getting from these surveys is a measure of your program's effectiveness, which can help you know if the interventions provided by the program are successful. This can also be used to show your program's effectiveness to other interested parties. These measures will be available in a chart that is automatically generated and available on your program's dashboard after the youth begin taking the surveys. As you get ready to administer the surveys, it is important to follow the survey protocol outlined in this presentation and in the corresponding survey instruction sheet when administering the youth surveys in order to get the most accurate results for your program. It would be helpful to follow along with the survey instruction sheet while listening to this presentation, so I would recommend pausing the video at this time so you can do that. As far as who is eligible to take the surveys, they are designed for youth 12 and older, so if you have youth younger than 12 in the program, they will not need to take these surveys. In administering surveys to youth under the age of 18, you need to send the consent cover letter to their parent or legal guardian, which in most cases is the caseworker or case manager on the case. When the youth enters the program and at least 1 week before administering surveys for the first time, send the guardian the consent cover letter for surveys, which will outline the purpose of the study, give them general information about the surveys, and instruct them how to opt out if they do not want the youth to participate. Since this is an opt-out process, assume that if you hear nothing back, that you are good to start the youth on the surveys. The youth assent is completed online every time a youth takes a survey. Administer the youth surveys once per month throughout a youth stay in the program. Survey questions are taken from the Youth Criminogenic Inventory, or the YCI. Start with the pre-survey as soon as possible after the youth starts the program. However, make sure you have established some trust, as this will increase his or her honesty. Administer the mid-program survey every month after the pre-survey throughout the time the youth is in the program. And then when the youth is getting ready to leave the program, administer the final post-program survey. In order to get the most accurate results for your program, ensure that you create an environment that increases the effort and honesty of the youth when they take the surveys. To do so, it helps to emphasize that their answers will be kept confidential and that the program will not see their individual answers. Provide a setting for them that is quiet, relaxed, and free from distractions. Ensure that they are in a place where others can't see their answers. If the youth need to be monitored on the computer, ensure staff are in a place where it is clear to the youth that staff cannot see their answers. Read the introductory statement found on page 2 of the survey protocol so the youth understand what the surveys are for. Finally, it is important to establish trust with the youth in order to increase their honesty on the surveys. There are a few special considerations to keep in mind with the surveys. They are designed to be understood by youth with the 5th to 6th grade reading level. For youth who have lower reading abilities, the questions may be read out loud to them. In this situation, the reader should read from a separate copy to allow the youth to respond confidentially to their own survey. The reader should position themselves so it is clear to the youth that they cannot see the youth's answers. Paper surveys should only be given in the event that internet access is not available. You may request that copies be emailed to you by someone on our research team. Paper surveys must be stored in a secure location and need to be mailed to the University of Utah by a secure method, specifically one that allows tracking. If the need for paper surveys arises, notify the SRI researchers for more specific instructions. Youth may have a few questions while taking the survey. If questions ask about school in the past 7 days but they were not in school, tell them to respond that it didn't happen. If any survey questions ask about parents in the last 7 days, youth can respond about staff instead. Next, we will go over how to administer the surveys on the evaluation portal website. Refer to this video or to the survey instruction sheet anytime you need to review. First, you will need to head to sri.utah.edu/epnew, which will bring you to the evaluation portal login page. It can be helpful to bookmark this login page on your browser as a way to have quick access in the future. An SRI team member will give you a username and default password, but if you've forgotten your username or password, contact one of us here at SRI and we will get that to you. So click Login here, and this will take you to the Survey Administration home screen. This is a list of everyone who is registered in your program either as an administrator or a user, which you can see over here on the left-hand side. Administrators have access to this page and have the ability to create new users and admins. Administrators also have access to manage the survey administration process, where users only have access to take the surveys. As the survey administrator, you'll need to create a new user for every youth that enters the program. In order to add a new user to take the survey, click New User, which will open up this registration box over here on the right. Type in a username and password and enter in the youth's first and last names. For youth in residential treatment programs, you do not have to enter in an email here. After you hit Create, their name will appear over here on the list on the left. As you can see here, it indicates if pre- and post-tests have been taken. This is just a program we use for testing, but if you click on a name, it will give you the dates taken and type of each survey taken down here at the bottom if you scroll down. When a youth is about to take a survey, you should log in for them. There are two ways to log in as a user to take a survey. The first is by going back to the login screen page, clicking log out here, and logging in with the username and password that you created for the youth. The second way is to log in with your administrative login like we've done here, and click on a youth user from the list. Then you can click login as this user over here. Both methods will take you to the same place. Once the user is logged in, they will be able to see which surveys are available for them to take. Again, this is just an example program, so refer to the earlier section of this video to know which surveys the youth should take and when for your specific program. Guide the youth on which survey to take. Once you click on the survey, the youth can go through and start the survey. The youth assent appears first, and then the survey questions begin on the next page. When they are finished, they should click the Submit button at the end of the survey and then log out. That covers the basics of survey administration. Thank you for watching this presentation, and if you have further questions, contact someone at SRI and we will be happy to assist you.